Okay, how can you compare fractions and decimals? Compare and order fractions and decimals. The easiest way to do it is to make all of your numbers decimals. So let's say we have 4/5, 2/3, and 65/100. Okay, so to make any fraction a decimal, you divide the numerator by the denominator. Okay, so 4/5, I'm going to divide numerator 4 by the denominator 5. 4/5 is equal to 8/10. 2/3, again, I'm going to divide the numerator by the denominator. Okay, I can see this is a repeating decimal. So I'm going to put the line over the top. 2/3 is equal to 6/10 repeating, and I already have a decimal here. Okay, so my three decimals are 8/10, 6/10, and 65/100. So let's see what that would look like on a number line. Now when you're working with number lines, the first thing you always need to do is to determine the interval between the numbers. So let's look between 0 and 1 here. Okay, always find the halfway mark. If there is a halfway mark, that's going to be 0.5 or 5/10. And you can usually use your knowledge of money to help you. Okay, there's one interval between 5/10 and 1 interval between 0 and 5/10. So I'm going to use my knowledge of money and know that this is going to be 0.25. Okay, think of quarters. There's 4 quarters in a dollar, so this interval would be like 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, 1. Okay, so now let's see where these numbers go. Another thing that can help when you're ordering them. Okay, let's add some zeros here. Okay, now it's pretty easy to see. Okay, 6/10 or 60/100 is the smallest number. Okay, we'll call that point A. It's going to come right in here. 65/100 will be a little bit past that, and then 8/10 will be right past 75/100. So when you're comparing and ordering fractions and decimals, start by making them all decimals. Okay. Let's look at another example. Let's say you have 2/5 and 55/100. Okay, 2/5, I can make it a decimal. I'll divide the numerator by the denominator. Okay, and again, I have a terminating decimal, 4/10. The other thing you could do, okay, if your denominator goes evenly into 10, 5 times 2 is 10, 2 times 2 is 4, it's 4/10. Okay, so I have 4/10 and 55/100. It's pretty easy to see here that 55/100 is bigger, but let's look at our number line. This one's divided a little bit differently, but again, I'm going to think about money. Okay, there's 4 intervals here before the halfway point. I think of dimes. There's 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents, 70, 80, 90, $1. So 4/10 will be right here on our number line. 55/100 would be between 5/10 and 6/10. Would be right here. Okay. And if we're comparing and ordering, we can write a little number sentence here. 4/10 is less than 55/100. So the easiest way to compare and order fractions and decimals is change them all to decimals. Okay, let's look at one final example here. Another thing you can do is compare your numbers to 1/2. Okay, so we have 48/100 here. I know that's less than 1/2. 3/4 is more than 1/2. So 48/100 is less than 3/4. 1/10 less than 1/2. 3/5 is greater than 1/2. So 1/10 is less than 3/5. So 1/2 is a great benchmark to use. So remember, when you're comparing and ordering decimals, you can change all fractions to decimals and then compare them. And sometimes it's easy to use 1/2 as a benchmark.